Shalom Aleichem. We have some learning from the Ma'anei Shel Torah. Ma'anei Shel Torah, that's Wellsprings of the Torah, by Rebbe Alexander Zushia Friedman, and also from a little bit from Rabbi Nachman's Torah. So let's take a look at what we have. So let's see. This is Parshas Haazinu. Haazinu Hashamayim Va'adabera V'sishma ha'aretz imrei fi. Hear the heavens, and I will speak. Va'adabera, and the words, and the earth shall hear the words of my mouth. Let's see what it says in the Rabbi Nachman's Torah. 1 minute. Haazinu hashamayim va'adabera v'sishma ha'aretz imrei fi. Let the heavens hear, and I will speak. Let the earth hear the words of my mouth. Let the heavens hear. Let my words flow like dew. I will call in the name of God. The words are words of Torah. When we turn our Torah studies into prayers, calling out to God and praying to Him to help us fulfill that Torah, our words will surely be heard. Likutei halachot. So when we turn our Torah studies into prayers, when we are learning and praying to Hashem that what we learn will help us fulfill the Torah, then our words will surely be heard. That's from Likutei Halachot. Let the heavens hear. Let my teachings fall like rain. Let my words flow like dew. I will call in the name of God. Moses intimated that if the heavens must listen, surely mankind should listen too. Moses' words were like rain and dew, which possesses the power to sustain all creation. I will call in the name of God. Each word that the tzaddik utters serves to reveal God's presence throughout the world. Likutei halachot. So, Haazinu hashamayim va'adabera v'sishma ha'aretz imrei fi. Let the heavens hear, and I will speak. Let the earth hear the words of my mouth. Let's see what the Ma'anei Shel Torah says about it by Rebbe Alexander Zushia Friedman. Let's see some vort that he says. Haazinu hashamayim va'adabera v'sishma ha'aretz imrei fi, and let the heavens hear, and I will speak. Let the earth hear the words of my mouth. So let's see what he said. What he says over here. Shamayim mesamalim es ho'ishim hagadolim v'hachashuvim. So when Moshe Rabbeinu says, Haazinu hashamayim, let the heavens hear, va'adabera, and I will speak, v'asishma ha'aretz imrei fi, and let the earth hear the words of my mouth. So hashamayim mesamalim es ha'ishim hagadolim v'hachashuvim. The heavens is a symbolic of the great people that are very learned in Torah, very chashuv, they're very learned in the Torah. They're always occupying themselves with learning and doing mitzvos. Every thought is with learning Torah and davening to Hashem and doing Torah mitzvos. Ve'ilu oretz, when it says Vasishma ha'aretz imrei fi, let the the earth hear the words of my mouth. This is talking of the Ilo Haaretz, the land, the earth, means Misameles es Peshutei Ha'am. This is symbolic of the plainer people, the Ha'asukim v'tarudim v'inyonim artziyim, the everyday people, that are occupied and they're harried, they're working, they're all of their kochos, all of their koiches, v'inyonim artziyim, in things having to do with their survival, physical survival, things that have to do with survival, living, and making a living in this world. So the Shemayim is talking about the people that are learning the Torah. That's their main occupation. And Oretz is talking about the people that make a living and that are very hard working and making a living. Haazinu no barishona ha'oishim hagadolim. So first the people that are learning Torah as their main occupation should first be listening. They should be the first ones to listening. That's the first people that should be listening. Ki az memela yishma'u gam hamonei ha'am ha'peshutim. If the people that are the leaders that are learning Torah and that are teaching Torah, if they will be listening, then of course, the people that are making a living, that are occupied in this world and making a living, will of course be listening as a matter of nature. They will be, as a matter of course, be listening to the words of the Torah. Im ha'hamon ha'pashut eino shomeya. If the quote the people that are working in the toiling in the physical world, the so to speak simpler people, so to speak, if they do not listen, harizem mishum shehu lomeid min hagadolim. So if the people that are the quote-unquote simpler people that are toiling in the Torah, of course they're not simpler people. It's no such thing as a simple yid. But anyway, if the people that are toiling in the Torah, the more mundane things, are not listening, harizem mishum shehu lomeid min hagadolim. This must be because perhaps they are learning from the leaders. Maybe they are not doing perhaps the proper way of teaching, God forbid. So in other words, it's saying that the leaders should be leading in the right way, and this way the people, the leaders, the ones that are occupied in teaching and studying and teaching and making sure everyone else is learning the Torah, Hashem's Torah, they should be doing a stellar job. And then, of course, to inspire the people that are making a living, and the people making a living should also be, of course, learning Torah. Because even if one that's not their main occupation, one can devote some time in the day to be learning the Torah. So anyway, but if it's a possibility, perhaps they're learning from the Gedolim that they're not. So in other words, it's saying that the Gedolim, the ones that are occupied learning the Torah and teaching the Torah should be stellar. They should be great and inspire the ones that are making a living. But the ones that are making a living should grab for their greatness in learning whatever they can. Each one should go to be the best they can in the learning of the Torah. There's no excuses. One should try to do the best one can and take whatever inspiration one can. So when it says Haazinu Hashamayim the heavens, listen, the heavens. Moshe Rabbeinu was saying, the heavens should listen. V'adaberu, and I will speak. Moshe Rabbeinu will speak. V'sishma haaretz imrei pi, and the people. So the heavens is symbolic of the people, the rabbanim, the people that are always occupied in Torah and mitzvos. V'sishma haaretz imrei pi, and the earth, which symbolizes the quote-unquote simpler people, meaning the people that are occupied in the making of a living, which is not a simple thing at all. But anyway, the more grounded, mundane things, they should be listening. The words, Moshe is saying, the words of his mouth. This is from the Torah's Moshe. So the great people should be listening to the people that are the teachers should be listening, and also the people making a living that are doing the very important work of survival for themselves and their family, which is with the more earthly pursuits of survival with Hashem's help. They should also listen to the words of the Torah. Ya'arov kamatar likhi. Ya'arov kamatar likhi. Tizal katal imrasi. Kiseirim alei deshev v'cherevivim alei esev. Let my teaching drop like rain. Let my words flow like dew, like storm winds upon grass, and like rain upon vegetation. Let my teaching drop like rain. Let my words flow like dew, like storm winds upon grass. This is the Rabbi Nachman's Torah. Just as rain, dew, and strong winds provide life to the world, so does the Torah that Moses transmitted. Rashi. Ruach, wind, also means spirit. In particular, the spirit of divine inspiration. Moses' words, which exemplify the power of the spirit of the tzaddik, bring divine inspiration to each individual. This is from Likutei Maharan. So, Ya'arov kamatar likhi. Let my teaching drop like rain. So let's see what the Wellsprings of Torah says. Ya'arov kamatar likhi. Let my teaching drop like rain. Divrei Torah HaKadoshim Kimohem Kigeshem. The words of the Torah, the holy words of the Torah, are like Geshem, are like rain. Ma HaGeshem B'Shah Shuhu Yored Adayin Ein Ro'im Es Hashpa'aso Al HaTzemachim. Just like the rain in the time when it's when it's descending to the earth, we don't see the hashpah, the influence that it has on the vegetation. We don't see the benefit that it has on the vegetation because it's right now descending onto the earth. The rock liachar zaman ka'asher hashemesh magicha me'achorei ha'ananim v'zoreches al ha'adama. Only after a while, however long it takes, when the sun goes from behind the clouds and it shines on the earth, azai roim es totzaos hageshem, then we see what happens from we see the benefits, the good benefits of the rain when the sun comes out. Kach gam divrei haTorah. So the same thing is with the words of the Torah. Af ki b'shor sheshomeim osam ein mavchinim miyad b'hashpa'osam b'chol zos sofom la'asos es b'ulosam. So the same thing with the Divrei Torah, with the words of listening to the words of the Torah, of Hashem's Torah. Even though the time when we're listening to the Torah, we don't understand, we don't discern right away the good influences it has on us when we're listening to something or when we are learning it right that minute. B'chol zos sofom la'asos es b'ulosam. However, in the end, if we listen to it in the right way, in the good way, in the end it will have its good outcome. We go to a shir and we listen to a shir, or we read, we learn from a sefer. After a little while, and we go over it chazara, we go over it once, twice, maybe 3 times. The more, the better. We can do it hundreds of times. So anyway, when at first we learn, we hear something, we don't understand the good that it's doing us, but later on, we go back to it, and later on it can dawn on us the good that the learning does for us. It says, Ya'arov kamater likhi. So Ya'arov kamater likhi, here it is. Let my teachings drop like rain. So just like the rain, we don't understand right away what it's doing for the vegetation, for the growing of the vegetation that we all need to live. The same thing with the Torah. We learn the Torah. We don't understand right away the good that it's doing for us spiritually. And this is from Rebbe Bunim Zal mi Pishischa. This is from the Rebbe of Rebbe Bunim, Zachrona Lebracha, from mi Pishischa. So this is here. This is the Ma'anei Shel Torah. That's the Wellsprings of the Torah. And this here, this is Rabbi Nachman's Torah. We'll see in a moment the front cover. We'll see in a moment. Let's see this too. Let my teaching drop like rain. Do. I will call in the name of God. My teaching, rain, and dew represent the Torah. I will call in the name of God represents prayer. So Moshe Rabbeinu was saying, my teaching, rain, and dew represent the Torah. I will call in the name of God represents prayer. So that's Torah and prayer. Tefillah. Torah, learning Torah, and Tefillah. The main way to attain Torah is by praying to God to receive its blessing. So that's an important thing. The main way to attain Torah is by praying to God to receive its blessing. Likutei halachot. That's from Reb Nachman. Let my teaching drop like rain, just as rain irrigates the earth to bring forth wonderful fruits. Moses' words could benefit the Jews who paid close attention to them. His words possessed such power because Moses always called out to God and instructed the people to follow his example. He always called out to Hashem, and then he instructed the people to follow his example. Should the Jews sin or find themselves far from God, Moses advised them not to despair. For if you have sinned, how have you blemished him? That's from Job, from Eov 35:6. From Eov 35:6. Thus one can always return to God. Likutei halachot. Very important. Thus one can always return to God. So there's always hope with Hashem's help. Moses always called out to God and instructed the people to follow his example. He told them to follow his example. Should the Jews sin or find themselves far from God, Moses advised them not to despair. For if you have sinned, how have you blemished him? That's from Job, Eov 35:6. Thus one can always return to God. This is Likutei halachot from Reb Nachman. And this is Rabbi Nachman's Torah. Chamisha Chumshei Torah, that's Breslev, from the Breslev publication. And this Sefer is Ma'inei Shel Torah by Rav Alexander Zushya Friedman. Sefer Devarim. This is Wellsprings of Torah. And this one can easily find this Wellsprings of Torah in English also. Good to you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and a good year.